Hey, this is BlindFox and welcome at my ration review. Please support the channel, please subscribe and please go donate on patreon.com. Hey, and thanks for Tracy that donates on Patreon. Go and check out his channel. Today we're going to do the gourmet menu number 3, the dinner portion of the RationTech 2023 menu, as far as I knew. This was packed in March 2023. If I see that they change the menu later on, I might get some more later on in the year, I'll see. But anyway, here we go. Nice big bag. What is missing there is the Ziploc that has always been in these bags, but the bags themselves are bigger. You do have a pouch that you can boil your water in. It does seal, it does have a Ziploc, so you can pop it in the ration heater. I'm not going to do that. Here's our other ration heater bag. Does heat nicely. I did use it with lunch. I put the ration heater bag on the bottom, then the food, then the chocolate brownie, and it heated quite nicely. I didn't want to, you could of course put the two on either side of this, but why bother? But anyway, there's your ration heater. There's also the salt and pepper and for water purification tablets, which we're not going to use. We're not going to taste the gums because I'm still going to finish the food. There's some Super C's. You get different flavors. I've done Super C's many times. We'll do the orange one. I like the orange ones. The rest I'll leave for someone else who wants to eat them. Black tea, which is it could be any black tea, which just means it's not a green tea or a rooibos tea or a honeybush or some other herb tea. Actual tea. It can be any, it doesn't really matter what the label this is, it can be any brand. We've got 3 chocolate chip cookies, nice big cookies, to go with our tea. And then we've got our chicken casserole, which there is big pieces of stuff in here, which is either chicken or potato. And I'm not going to, normally I squash it if I know what it is. Your chicken pastas, I always squash the big piece because that's chicken. The curry we had at lunch, I didn't need to squash any big pieces because it's real meat and it was cut into nice small pieces, and it's not very dry. Your big chicken pieces, on the other hand, if this is chicken, I can feel here, does get somewhat dry, so you really have to squash it. But the problem here is it can either be a chicken piece that I squash, or it can be big potato pieces, and I don't want to squash the big potato pieces. So I can't remember if I ever had chicken casserole. This is 300 grams. There of course is all of your nutritionally stuff. I'm not going to read that. There of course is I think some ingredients somewhere, I'm not exactly sure, because it's between your usage instructions and stuff. They normally give you usage instructions for microwave, stovetop, ration heater, whatever, but there we go. All you need for this is hot water for your tea, which you could do in your hot water in that beverage bag or the bag I just showed you. And you can put this, you can then just put them like that. This is the ration heater bag, like all ration heater bags, and it actually does tell you what to do with little pictures and everything, and there we go. There is of course an outer ration bag which I showed you at lunch. There's 2 sticky strips, so you've got a sticky strip for each ration heater bag. Anyway, I'm not going to show that to you again, so see you after I hit everything. Alright, let's start with our food. There we've got a cookie, we've got a Super C, there's still 2 cookies more in there. I've got one problem with this ration heater. If you use both of the sticky tapes in the end or whatever, it's really difficult to open the thing. You can't use both of them in the beginning because you need one, and depend how you treat the bag, if the sticky tape survive or not, but there's 2 of them anyway. But it's so hot you struggle to remove it. I'm glad I didn't squash stuff, because there is actual pieces of potato, and I tasted one of them, and it's Surprising how it kept its form. There's actual real pieces of chicken in here, which is a bit dry because, hey, real pieces of chicken. And you can't squash them so that they can absorb the sauce. So let's taste some. This is a potato. You can see how actually nice the form is here. And it still has structure. There's chicken. Sort of a creamy, savory broth. Chicken is a bit dry because it's real chicken pieces and because you can't squash it beforehand like you can do with the pasta. I'm glad I didn't squash it because then I would have squashed some of the potatoes as well. And the potatoes here is a very integral to the thing. It gives it nice structure. There's carrots in, there's sweet corn in, there's beans in, as in green beans, and peas. You can add more salt here. I think some people might want to add more salt. We've got our tea that's been steeping for around 15 minutes. I'm not a tea connoisseur, it just tastes like black tea to me. Of course, I don't add any sugar or milk there because I don't like the taste in it. I just hate tea with milk, and it just doesn't taste great. Not that tea itself tastes great to me, but hey, I can live with it. Now let's get to our chocolate chip cookie. You can see there's chocolate chips. There's not an overly large amount of chocolate chips in these cookies, which is good because if things melt, then, well, you've got a messy lot. You can see there the cookie, nice, crumbly. Shortbready, tastes nice and crunchy, buttery, crunchy, sugary, and you get the chocolate chip flavor. It's not too sweet, although it's a bit sugary, but the chocolate is not overwhelming, which I like. I still like to eat some cookie with my chocolate and not just chocolate chips. This is the orange, Super C, there you can see the C on it. Sometimes they will break, sometimes not. Sugary, very tart orange, quite nice. So what did I think about this ration? I like the casserole, nice savory. Chicken is real, so it can be a bit dry, but just see if you can mash it up afterwards a bit, the chicken. Potatoes, nice structurally, not really lumpy and soft. You won't say sorry. You won't say that the potatoes was lying in sauce for a long time. It kept their structure, but they are good. I don't know how they do it with their potatoes, but so far RationTech and Serek before them, since they started these new rations of theirs, their potatoes really kept their form. The last Serek ones and the first RationTech rations, they really kept their form, the potatoes, very good. Tea, just normal tea. I like the chocolate chip cookie, and the Super C is always nice. The rest of the meal, if you've missed it, there was a beef curry, which was nice. The beef was little pieces. It was not too heavy a curry. We had raisins, which we chucked in there, which gave it a nice sweet curry flavor. Our chocolate brownie was nice. We heated it a bit up in the ration heater. The ration heater this time works well. The bag is a bit bigger than the previous one, so it's easier to maneuver your food in it. The meals are also 300 grams, not 400 grams. The isotonic drinks were nice. The breakfast was nice. I liked the muesli. And everything else was just normal. So that was our ration review. So thanks for watching. This was the dinner part of the 2023 Gourmet RationTech meal. Menu number 3. So thanks for watching my review. Please support the channel, please subscribe, please go and donate on patreon.com, and see you at my next ration review.